going to show you how to make these really, really good chicken fajita stuffed sweet potatoes. They are so good when served with fresh homemade salsa, sour cream, a few pieces of avocado, and a squirt of lime juice. They're just so, so good. So stay tuned and I'll show you how to make it. Alrighty. To start with, you need to preheat your oven to 450 degrees, and then once you've done that, we're going to roast some sweet potatoes. And the way that I did that was I just stabbed the dickens out of them with a knife. I slather them in butter, wrap them up in aluminum foil, and then put them on the pan and stick them in that oven for right about an hour, and they get really good and soft in the center. Okay, now once those potatoes are roasted, you're going to want to cut them in half long ways, just like I did here, and then scoop out the insides and put all those insides into a bowl. So now I'm going to set that off to the side. I use 3 sweet potatoes because when I make like something that's really, really good, I like to eat it again the next day. And it's just me here, you know, I mean, I'm just cooking for myself. My kids don't eat this stuff. So I do like to have some leftovers. Okay, now in this little pan here, I have some olive oil, and then I'm going to put in, I have 1/2 of a red onion that I have sliced pretty thinly. You know, there's a couple like big pieces in there. I like chunky vegetables, you know, I don't like my vegetables like in these itty bitty little tiny pieces, right? So, into that olive oil, I have got my onion. I'm also going to put in 2 cloves of chopped garlic. And I like to let my garlic and my onion cook together. And you're going to want to cook this until the garlic is really, really fragrant and the onion is sort of translucent and soft, you know. So I've got this over medium heat because I don't like it to scorch or cook too quickly. So this is going to take, I don't know, about 3 minutes or so for this to cook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video here. I'm going to cook this and then I'll move on and I'll show you what else to put in here. Okay, so this is smelling good so far, and my onion is starting to get like translucent right around the edges, and that's pretty much the way that I like it. I don't like soggy vegetables, so this is the way I'm going to leave mine. Okay, so into this I'm going to put 3 chicken thighs that I've chopped up into, you know, good sized little chunks like this. So I'll put that in there, and we will give that a good stir. You can add more olive oil into your pan as you need it. Let that cook. Okay, just for a second or two. Well, a few seconds. That's been more than a second or two. Okay, now into this, I'm going to put the rest of my vegetables. Okay, and what I've got here is I have an orange pepper, red pepper, yellow pepper. Guess what that is? Green pepper! Yay! So I'm just going to put all of this in there. And now we're going to put in some spices. Before the spices, I got it written down. What do I have? I have, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika and a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. Good stuff. So put that in there. Mix that all up. And like I said, this recipe is on my website as well. You know, so if you're not catching what all I'm writing, I'm going to put the link to the recipe in the description box down below, and y'all can just click on that, and it'll tell y'all how much of what to use. Okay, so now we're going to let this cook just for a few minutes until the chicken is cooked all the way through. The vegetables are cooked and they're nice and soft. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pause the video, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what else to do. Okay, so this is looking good and it's smelling good. I mean, can you smell it? Can you smell what the Southern girl is cooking? Probably not, but I thought I'd ask anyway. Anyway, now that this is all heated up and the chicken is done, what I'm going to do is you want to add in 1/4 cup of black beans. These have been rinsed and drained, of course. I just don't like the juice that comes with them. And stir it all up. And now I have the juice of 1 lime. I'm going to put that in there and stir, stir. Ooh, it smells good. We're going to stir. We're going to stir some more. Stir. Okay, that looks good enough for me. So, what I'm going to do is, now you're going to take all this chickeny, peppery goodness, and you're going to put it in the bowl with your sweet potatoes. They're friends. They want to be together. So I'm going to move this out of the way without setting myself or the table on fire. And just dump it in. I might should have taken that poor little spoon out. I'm covering him up. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Can y'all see this? You know what? Let's just get this pan out of the way here. We're going to set it on top of the stove. Because it seems like, you know, like with aluminum foil or anything metallic or shiny like that, it makes the camera dim down. I don't know why. Light reflection, I guess. Okay. So now you're going to, I wonder if I can zoom in. Woo, there we go. If I can just squish all this stuff together, mix it, mix it, mix it, mix the sweet potato in with the chicken and the peppers and the onions. Isn't that colorful? It's so colorful. It's wonderful. All right, stir and mix and mash and stir and mix and mash. And usually when I make this, I have a little bit of this left over, okay? Because there's no way that you're going to get all this into those sweet potatoes over there. And, you know, I just have some left over. So what I do is I just heat it up in a bowl and eat it. But it's so good. Okay, this is pretty much, let me get the cilantro out of here. And now I'm going to take this mixture that we just made. Can y'all see this stuff? Okay, take this mixture and then you're going to fill your sweet potato shells with it. Should I use a big spoon or a little spoon? Where'd my little spoon go? We'll use this one. I'm so indecisive. Okay, now fill up the shells as neatly as possible. Just so that you won't have all this stuff like overflowing on your table. Like I said, this makes a whole lot. And I only had 3 sweet potatoes on hand, but you know, of course, you can roast a handful more sweet potatoes and then take this filling that you've made and just don't put all of the filling from these sweet potatoes. Just don't use all of it in your bowl here. Just don't use all of it, and then you won't have as much left over. Like I said, this is so good just eating it in a bowl on its own, which I do quite often. Or if you're like me and you if you make your own flour tortillas, oh my gosh, it is so good on some fresh flour tortillas. So good. And you can use chicken breast for this too. I just happen to prefer the chicken thighs because I think they have a lot more flavor. Making a mess. Just stuff it down in there. Stuff it down in there. Oh, get it all over the pan while you're at it. I like to pile this kind of high. Pile it high. Pile it high. Scoop it out. Pile it high. Make a mess. Get it all over you. It don't matter. Oh God. Let's see. This could use some more, couldn't it? Almost like Julia Child. I get it all over the place. But it's alright because it's good. Now, by the time you get done stuffing your potatoes, you'll have a good, I don't know, like a soup bowl is what I use. You'll have like a good soup bowl full of this mixture left over. So don't worry if you're saying, oh my God, I can't get all this in there. Well, no, you're not going to. If you don't want to use all the sweet potato filling, you don't have to. Throw it away or give it to your neighbors. You know, do whatever you want to do with it. Okay, this is looking good. Okay, now my hands are disgusting. So we're going to wipe those off. Now what you're going to do is we're going to put these back into the oven, okay? We're going to put them back in the oven. Hopefully you left your oven on 450 because that's what it needs to be on. That's why this is called twice baked. And then just take some of this like a Mexican shredded cheese and put that on top. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I just happen to like the cheese. Just put some cheese on. Cheese makes everything better. Almost everything better. I can think of a few things it won't be so good on, but okay. I got some cheese on there, and now this too is optional. This is cilantro. A lot of people don't like cilantro. I happen to like it. I just like grab some of the leaves off of there, just rip them up and sprinkle those on top. Like I said, you don't have to. So, once I get all these covered with the cilantro, I'm going to put them back in the oven. Don't put foil or anything on top of them. Just leave them uncovered because you want that cheese to kind of get all golden and crispy and whatnot. And it's going to take about 15, start checking at about 15 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes. And they should be good to go. You want the cheese to be nice and melted, and you know the inside to be nice and hot. So, there we go. That looks okay. I love cilantro, so I'm kind of putting it everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to stick these in the oven, let them cook, do their thing, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what to serve it with. They are done. That took right around 15 minutes, and then I turned the broiler on for like 30 seconds or so, and look at it. This is a thing of beauty. Look at the golden, the bubbly cheese. It just, you know, it says, eat me. So, that's what I'm about to do. But what I do to serve these, I just throw them on a plate, put beside it like some, can y'all see this? Some avocado slices, some sour cream, some really good homemade salsa here. Oh, good stuff. Homemade salsa, you know, just put the salsa on top, a little bit of sour cream, and you are good to go. So anyway, like I said, this is my first cooking video. I know the setup was not optimal, but it's what I have to work with at the moment. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you make it. Let me know if you do. Leave me a comment down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye-bye.